Chapter 10. Frisia Planet 3. How did that happen? He wondered as he floated within his personal med tank. 3 days had passed since his defeat at the hand of his brother Cooler. Just 3 days since that upstart scion had dared to claim that he had killed Cooler. I shouldn't have killed him so quickly. He may have held more information on what happened to Cooler, he thought with a grimace. His reaction had been almost instinctual, however. A filthy monkey dared claim that he was stronger than Cooler? The only person to ever appear that was stronger than he was. He had almost considered it, reacting instantly to the potential threat. Never again. I'll be watching all the little scions from now on. Let a single one even appear to be close to stepping out of line, and I'll kill them all. He smiled. Ding! The med tank alerted him that it was done, and it began to drain. Once it was done, the attendant unlocked the hatch and opened it, allowing Frisia to step out. My lord, the attendant asked. What is it? Speak up. Frisia ordered, not even bothering to look up from where he was attaching his custom scouter. Why you asked that I check for reports of Cooler's whereabouts while you were healing, my lord? He stuttered out, shaking, falling to his knees. The room was deathly quiet, as Frisia froze in place. His energy filled the room like an oppressive cloud, nearly suffocating in its thickness. And has there been? Frisia asked. And no, my lord. We've had ships scouring the galaxy near Planet 6, moving outwards as they go. There has been nothing. He squeaked from where he was bowed down on the floor. Frisia said, as he turned and left the room. Never again. Otherworld 3 days prior. Ho 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 ho. And why should I let you make the way to King Kai's planet, Scion? Just because it was decided you would keep your body, doesn't mean you've earned that right. King Yenma yelled down at me. I had been trying to convince this fool for what felt like hours to let me go to King Kai's planet, but it wasn't getting anywhere. I've told you twice already. I can read your mind. So stop calling me names in your thoughts, or I will send you to hell. He roared. That was getting annoying too. Look, alright? I'm trying to get strong enough to defeat Frisia. You know, the guy whose army has probably killed billions of sentient creatures. I shouted back. Billions? Ah, try trillions, you know nothing, little fool. You speak of his army, but up until yesterday you were a part of that army. You've taken over 5,000 lives all by yourself. He yells as he stands up behind his desk. What? I step back in shock. It's true. In my years in the strike forces and on Team Gamma, I'd taken many lives. I don't know why that hadn't occurred to me at all. Why that didn't affect me up until now. Shit, I forgot to turn Gamer's mind back on. I realize as I quickly turn it back on. Instantly the shock fades away and is replaced by cool, calm indifference. Internally I realize that this is bad, and I shouldn't allow myself to feel this way, but I have no choice. You're right, King Yenma, and I apologize. But please believe me, I was against Frisia the entire time. I knew I didn't have a chance against him, and I couldn't appear to be against him. The entire galaxy is under his control, but the strike forces are watched even heavier. I don't think I had a choice. I endeavor to change his mind. HMMF, you think you can change my mind? I'm King Yenma. I make the decisions here, and that's Fin Dash. He freezes mid-sentence. He grimaces for a moment, before nodding. Today is your unlucky day. Brat, apparently, King Kai actually does wants to see you. Something about a stolen move, he says, looking down at me with glee. Cub basket. Once I'm standing at the entrance of Snake Way, I finally take the time to pull up my character sheet. I see the sections in regards to my new energy modifier, and the boost I get from Super Scion. I smile like an idiot just thinking about that. Finally, I turn towards the blinking icon telling me I have level UPS to do. I tap it, opening up the screen. Bing! You have leveled up to 13. Rewards. Plus 8 attribute points. Plus 2 feats. Plus 7 special move creation points. Wait! That doesn't make sense. I only leveled up 4 times, so why did I gain 7 more points? I think. I ponder it for a while, and conclude that I must have gotten 2 for every level up after 10. Perhaps an increase in rewards as each level up is progressively more difficult? I drop the attribute points into Perception, Charisma, and Luck as normal. After accepting those changes, the feat sheet pops up. I have 3 in total to spend, but there are a bunch of new options that came with the level up. These are the new ones which pique my interest. Second Wind level 10 restricted, when less than 30% HP is remaining, can regain 40% HP, and heal critical conditions. Inner Eye EX, level 12 restricted, unlocks the further abilities of the third eye. A chance for regrowth? Your tail is finally growing back. Takes between 3 and 9 months for full growth. Retain benefit from a drastic loss, but fixes battle experience loss. It takes a while to really make a decision, but the two that seem most interesting are Second Wind and a chance for regrowth. though the inner IEX is really tempting. I've been saving points for potential new feats since the very beginning, but I really want to grab all three. I mean, there are plenty more levels to go. There is also a new feat section called Special Feats that has partially answered at least one question for me. Special Feats. Super Kaioken X4 Level 15 Restricted. Enabled the use of the Kaioken special move, while in a transformed state. Super Kaioken X10 Level 20 Restricted. Enabled the use of the Kaioken special move, while in a transformed state. Super Kaioken X50 Level 25 Restricted. Enabled the use of the Kaioken special move, while in a transformed state. Super Kaioken X100 Level 30 Restricted. Enabled the use of the Kaioken special move, while in a transformed state. I now know that the game goes up to at least level 30 and that it will be possible to use Kaioken as a Super Saiyan. I feel so much better that I didn't waste special points on that purchase. Knowing that I have at least 17 level ups to go, I go ahead and select all three feats. I leave the third level of the Oxygen feat set for later. I finalize everything and hit accept. I focus on my power level and can tell that at 200k, I'm barely at 2% of my max. I pull up the abridged version of my character sheet. Name KLL. Title The Super Saiyan Gamer. Race Saiyan. Age 12 years. Status Dead. LVL 13. Final power level 9,110,029.5. Final power level Super Saiyan 40,963,279.5. Stats S 8 plus 91 99. P 4 plus 37 41.
E8 più 91 99.
C 3 plus 30 33. I 6 plus 42 48. A 6 plus 91 99.
L5 plus 24 29.
I tap on my title and see that it's upgraded with my transformation. The Super Saiyan Gamer. While this title is active, gain plus 20% experience from combat encounters, plus 40% experience from killing opponents, and plus 20% attribute points from training. All in all, even though I somehow died and didn't get a game over, this has been pretty productive. As for Frieza, that motherfucker won't know what hit him. I practically snarl. I jump into the air and begin flying down Snake Way. Even at my speed, it's going to take me a while to make the trip. I remember that in the manga, it was stated to be at least 1 million kilometers long. I look at my speed indicator and double my power level. Frowning, I stop in mid-air. Grrrr! I yell, pushing my power level up and up. It takes a few moments to hit my current max of just over 9 million, but I don't stop there. I push as hard as I can. There is a cracking feeling in my head, and my aura flashes to a bright gold. I look at my PL indicator and see almost 41 million staring back at me. I pump as much as I feel comfortable with into my system and blast off towards the end of Snake Way again. Much better. I think, seeing my new speed is topping 36,000 kilometers per hour. If I can keep this up, that's a little over a day. I slammed to a stop about 30 hours later. I wasn't able to keep it going forever and began feeling the strain after about 12 hours. Thankfully, a quick nap had me healed up, and I was off again. I did that twice, and now I can see King Kai's planet just a few miles ahead of me. I drop out of Super Saiyan and lower my power level down to 100,000. I zip forward, turning as the gravity catches me, and land hard on the ground. Oh yes, the gravity here is much stronger than on planet Vegeta. I can't believe I forgot that. Hopefully, it's high enough that it lets me break past 99 in my attributes. I'm already smiling like a loon. Whoa, guys, look, someone else has arrived. Comes a young, chipper voice behind me. I turn around and find myself staring a very young Krillin, who was clearly just sparring with a young Tien. I spy Master Rashi sleeping under King Kai's tree. The hell? Why the fuck are they dead? I think. Hey there, who are you guys? Ask. I'm Krillin and this is Tien. The geezer under the tree is Master Rashi. Who are you? Krillin asks. I'm KLL. King Kai wanted to see me? I reply, turning towards the little house. I did, yes, says King Kai behind me. I whip around, having not sensed anyone behind me. Name, King Kai. Race, Shinjin. Age, not applicable. Status, alive. HP, power level, asterisk. LVL? King Kai, also known as the North Kai, is the king of the North area of Universe 7. Whoa. His power level is showing a blue star? The hell does that mean? I think once I see his information. Blue star, he asks. I have really got to stop thinking around psychics. I think as I hold my face in my palms. So let me get this straight. The world appears like some type of hollow vid to you, showing people's power levels and information? King Kai asks. That's the best way I can describe it, yes. I reply, trying desperately not to think of anything but that explanation. And you have no idea how this came about? He continues. We'd been at this for about 30 minutes, but I could tell it was winding down. He'd asked every question I'd expected him to ask, including the one I dreaded most. So this ability allows you to steal abilities from others? King Kai asked, from where he sat. Not really. More like it allowed me to recreate an ability that would help me survive in a moment of desperation. I answer. Well, nothing to do about it. Had you come to me, I'd have taught it to you regardless, so no real harm was done. Though I am surprised that you could take it all the way up to times 20 on your first few attempts using it. King Kai declared. It wasn't easy, and it hurt like a bitch actually. Though, why were you watching me anyway? Asked. You? I wasn't watching you, dummy. I was watching the two ice tyrants kill each other. I was hoping that they would kill each other and be done with it, but Cooler was much stronger than I had expected. You came out of left field, though. Killing Cooler with a last-minute transformation into a before-now unknown form? Who would have seen that coming? He crowed. It's too bad you slipped up and let Frisia kill you. I'd have liked it much better if you had taken them both out. Oh, no worries there. I plan to finish Frisia off once I go back. I answered. Go back? You realize you're dead, right? King Kai laughed. Yeah. About that. Are you insane? Do you have any idea how many different rules that breaks? King Kai complained. Yeah, and I get that. However, it also gets me back out there so I can kill Frisia and free the galaxy from his tyranny. Think of all the lives that would save. King Kai, I argued back. No. You're asking for way too much. You're not even my student. He answered back. Then train me, I yelled. Well, all right, but only because you have the potential to be my greatest student ever. He answered after a moment of thought. Oh, I didn't think that would work. Ha ha ha, I laughed. But wait, King Kai, what about us? Krillin asks, finally speaking up. I'll continue training you too, don't worry. But with his plan, he'll only be here for a short while. Focusing on him is the smart move. In fact, you'll be a big help in giving him more combat experience. He'll grow stronger, and so will you, he said, turning towards Krillin and Tien. Actually, guys, if my plan works out, we should be able to wish you 3 back to life as well. It's my understanding that the Namekian Dragon Balls don't have a time limit on bringing people back to life. The Earth set is more restricted. I don't know which group would be easier to track down, but I'm sure I can pull off one of them. I tell them. They talk amongst themselves for a while, eventually deciding that they would think it over. All right, KLL, we're in agreement. You'll train here for 6 months, and then we'll see about your plan. King Kai announces. I nod, knowing this is going to be a very interesting 6 months. Planet Vegeta. Captain Xenace stands in a darkened room. 2 other Scions surround him. His right arm is still wrapped in bandages, a half a foot shorter than his right. His body still bears the scars of his fight with Cooler. Lucia looks as though the fight never happened, while Hake has a long scar across his chest. They aren't saying anything about KLL putting Cooler down? Lucia asks. That's right. None of the reports even talk about it. As far as the official report is concerned, Cooler is alive, and KLL is MIA. Captain Xenace answers, rubbing the stump of his arm. He can still feel his hand, even though it no longer exists. That doesn't make any sense. I know a lot of the strike forces were dead or unconscious, but at least a few of us were around to see it end. Hake, explain what you saw again, she asked. Cooler beat the shit out of him is what I saw. They talked for a bit and then Cooler took off. He started forming some energy attack from way up. I could practically feel the energy coming off of it. He answered, from where he leaned against the wall. Then KLL went off and was screaming about something being his fault. I don't know what happened, but his aura changed again, like when it went red when he did that fuck-all attack against Cooler's army. But it went bright gold. I've never seen anything like it. The area around us practically exploded, and I was launched away. I couldn't see what happened after that. I saw him destroy Cooler's attack, but the sky was too full of energy for me to see anything else. That whole area is a scorched husk now. Captain Xenace answered. So what are we going to do? Lucia asked. We're going to train. KLL was somehow stronger than all of us, possibly even combined. He was fucking 12 years old and died to save our lives. We're not going to waste that sacrifice, and if I find out that Frisia had a hand in his disappearance, we'll kill him. Otherworld. So, how did you guys end up here? I asked Krillin, a few weeks into my stay. We're currently resting after a nice spar. The gravity here is apparently 10 times that of Earth, and my skills started going up as soon as I started working out. I was already an eighth of the way to my assumed next max of 149. Well, we were attacked by a demon named Piccolo. He had started purging the planet and taking down all the strongest fighters, so no one could stand up to him. he said from where he was sitting against the house. Tien and I fought him directly, while Master Rashi gathered energy to lock him away for good.
Daman.
I'm sorry to hear that. There was no one else to help you guys with the fight. I ask, wondering why Yamcha and Kaiatsu aren't here as well. Sadly not, he says, looking morose. Piccolo hunted down a lot of our friends before we were ready to face him. Tien lost his arm trying to save his best friend. Things would have probably been different had he been at full power for our final fight. Yeah, but you guys did good, right? Fighting against evil like that. It's as good a reason to die than any. I told him. I guess. I wish we were as strong as you are. You'd have smashed him in an instant. Krillin replies wistfully. Probably true, but I think you guys did a good job. You ready to get back at it, man? All this sad shit has me wanting to punch some shit. I say as I hop to my feet. Haha, sure. Wanna go against me and Tien again? He asks, already smiling.
No.
You need to concentrate on them, not yourself. King Kai yelled for what felt like the 10th time. I'm trying, you blue bastard. Your explanation doesn't make any sense. I can sense them, but that doesn't change anything. I yell back, from where I am standing with my fingers against my forehead. It took me 3 months to remember that King Kai said he knew the instant transmission in DBZ, and another month to convince him to teach me. For some reason, I just could not puzzle out what he meant. Look, I'll explain it again. You concentrate on their energy. Once you have their location firmly in mind, you push your energy to theirs. They synchronize and it pulls you to them. I can't explain it any better than that. You're just going to have to keep trying. He explains, calming down. I concentrate on Tien's energy, the strongest on the planet. He's come really far since I got here. He was barely topping 20k when I first landed and was now approaching 200k. Krillin was trailing behind, but I think he was being held back by his child body. Granted, at 130k, he'd be a match for any low-level opponents he may come across. I push my energy towards Tien and feel it ping off of his energy. Alright, that's the first step. The fuck does he mean by synchronizing it? I think twisting my energy around. I keep twisting it, tugging, pulling, and pushing my energy, but don't feel any difference. I'm about to give up when I feel a slight tug. I stop moving my energy and start slowing, undoing what I did. A tug, and a slight twist, and I'm yanked across time and space. Swoosh, bing. You've gained 30 points in perception for identifying the unique feeling of another's power. Bing. You've unlocked a special ability.
Instant transmission.
I appear next to Tien instantly, dropping to my knees. Holy shit, that's a rush, I say. Hey man, you did it. What was the trick? Tien laughs, patting me on the back. It was a lock, honestly. I had to manipulate my energy like I was searching for a code to a lock. Once I got the right code, it just worked. I reply, getting up. King Kai runs over, huffing. Good. You've finished the last part. Now you just need to practice and get it completely down. Try with Krillin now. Krillin, fly to the other side of the planet. He orders. I start sensing Krillin's power immediately, tracking him as he travels around the small planet. I start twisting, faster than before, waiting for the slight tug I felt with Tien. Takes a moment, but I finally feel it, and reverse it, locking it into position. With a pop, I appear next to him. Bing! You've gained 30 points in perception for identifying the unique feeling of another's power. That'll take some practice, but it seemed easier that time. Tien and Krillin have very different feels to their powers, so the code was very different as well. I think as I pop back over to Tien and King Kai. Yeah, I think I've got it. It'll take a bit of practice to be faster at it, but I'll get it down. I tell them, well KLL, as far as I'm concerned, you've learned what you needed to learn. Your power has gone up dramatically, so I'll call this one a success. Is there anything else you want to learn? Or shall we move to the next step? King Kai asked. I consider asking about the spirit bomb but decide against it. I don't know how well it would work for me with the gamer's mind. Not that I can think of. King Kai. I think I'm ready. He nods and then turns around so I can place my hand on his shoulder. Hello, Bulma? My name is KLL, and I need your help. I say directly into her mind. Age 780, Earth. An older blue-haired woman is tinkering on one machine or another in her underground lab. After the destruction caused by King Piccolo nearly 30 years ago, she moved her labs deep underground. That bastard destroyed my home, nearly killed me, and stole the dragon radar. If it weren't for that, I'd have made several more wishes and tracked down Vegeta. She sighs deeply as she moves to a console and begins type. Hello, Bulma? My name is KLL, and I need your help. A voice comes across her mind, almost hearing it. She freezes mid-type before standing suddenly. Well, old girl, you've finally cracked. This is what being alone does to you. Daddy always said I'd dash. No, Bulma, you're not crazy. I'm actually speaking to you inside your mind. I'm sorry for intruding, but I really do need your help. I reply to her, feeling her unease. Who are you? Are you a ghost? What do you want? She asks, looking around wildly. My name is KLL, and while I'm technically not a ghost, I am dead. That's why I need your help. I tell her. How can I help you then? She asks, sitting back down and starting to type again. This is going to be a long explanation, but to keep it short, I need you to use the Dragon Balls to wish me back to life, so I can help save the universe. I reply, as much as I'm sure I'd like to help, I can't. I don't have the radar anymore, and I can't make a new one without one to study. She tells me, as she continues to type away, what if I told you there was a second set on Earth that you could study? I tell her. I hear King Kai whisper that he hopes I know what I'm doing. I hope I do as well. That would change things. Why can't I just use that set to make the wish? She asks. The second set is corrupted, and using them would lead to Earth's destruction. But the energy should be close enough that you can make it work. I answer, well, alright, but what do I get out of this? This is going to be a lot of work, so I should at least be compensated. She asks, well, what do you want? I ask back, can you read anyone's mind? How does that work? Not really. I'm actually using the help of someone else to speak directly to your mind. He can communicate with anyone in the galaxy, I believe. I explain. Can he track someone down for me? That would be well worth it to me. She asks after thinking that over for a moment. I mean, yeah, probably. Who are you looking for? I ask, sensing how close I am to making this work. She gets up from where she is sitting and moves to a filing cabinet. She opens it and pulls out a folder, opening that and taking out a hand-drawn picture. She looks down at it sadly, before saying, I'm looking for a man named Vegeta. Wait, what? How does she know about Vegeta? My face opens wide in a grin, as I tell her, Bulma, today is your lucky day. Let me tell you about the Scions. Captain Zenace, this is KLL. I need your help. 2 months had passed rather quickly, with Bulma convincing Cammy to let her study the Black Star Dragon Balls. It took her some time, but she was eventually able to get the radar she built to sense the original set on Earth. Cammy and Mr. Popo were rather accommodating, as I expected they would be. It only took her a day to find the ruins of Piccolo's castle and track down the Dragon Balls where they were hidden. She also snagged the original radar and backed up the data that was on it. You ready, KLL? Bulma asks the air around her. Oh yeah, I've been waiting for this moment. I reply back. The 7 Dragon Balls currently rest together on the expansive floor of the lookout, with Bulma pacing in front of them. So the wish is going to be, I wish that everyone that was killed by one of the frost demons on Frisia Planet 6A is brought back to life. She asks again. That's right, Bulma. That will bring back to life my friends and myself at the same time. I answer back. Alright, here goes nothing. Rise, Shenron, and grant me my wish. She yells to the sky. There is a bright flash of light that travels upwards, forming into the form of the mighty Shenron. His form an ever-twisting ring. He hovers high in the sky. Shenron, I wish that everyone that was killed by one of the frost demons on Frisia Planet 6A is brought back to life. She calls out. Shenron's eyes glow red before he rumbles. Your wish is granted. Farewell. Looking up, I see my halo disappear. I breathe deeply, taking one last breath of air on King Kai's planet. Thanks, guys, for everything. I'll be back to visit, and once I can, I'll head to Namek and wish you 3 back. I tell Krillin, Tien, and Master Rashi. Actually, KLL, we've been talking. It's been so long since we were alive that we aren't sure we should go back. The whole planet is different now. We'd feel out of place. It's been 30 years. Master Rashi wants to go back, but Krillin and I are going to stay. We might want to go back at some point in the future, but for now, we'll stay. Tien tells me as I prepare to leave. Are you sure, man? Ask. I can understand where they are coming from. Going from Earth in 2017 to this universe was a huge shock. Yeah, we'll keep training with King Kai. Who knows? We may one day need to head back to Earth to help save it again, and need to be as strong as we can be. He tells me, Allrichtmann. You guys stay in touch, and let me know if you change your mind. I place 2 fingers on my forehead, and 1 hand on King Kai's arm. King Kai tracks a power for me and helps me focus on it. Thanks for everything, guys. See ya. And with a pop, I was gone. Earth. There is a slight pop as I re-enter the world of the living for the first time. I let the chill air of Earth wash over for the first time in 8 years. It was hard to notice at first, but after being back, the air actually feels different here. Feels like home. I stand there, just watching the clouds go by for a moment before I finally turn around. Hello, Cammy, Mr. Popo. I'm glad to finally meet you. I'd like to thank you for all of your help in bringing me back to life. I hate to be that guy, but I need one more favor from you. Hello, KLL. 2 is good to meet you. As you know, I had some misgivings on helping Bulma to revive you, but King Kai spoke well of you. Tell me what you need, and I may be able to help you. Cammy spoke after a moment. Thank you, of course. While it may be a bit much to ask, KLL's current character sheet, name KLL, title The Super Saiyan Gamer, race Saiyan, age 12 years, status alive, LVL 13, 383, 000/495, 000.
112. 000 XP till LVL 14.
Stats S 8 plus 141 149 P 4 plus 97 101
E 8 più 141 149.
C 3 plus 30 33 I 6 plus 42 48 A 6 plus 143 149
L5 plus 24 29.
Health Strength X Endurance X Level X 20 149 by 149 X 13 by 20 equals 5 772 260 HP. Energy Scion Strength X Endurance equals Base Energy. Base Energy X Battles equals Energy Regen. Energy Regen X Level equals Power Level. Power Level X Energy Modification equals Total Power. 149 times 149 is equal to 22,201. 22,201 times 5.0 is equal to 111,005. 111,005 times 13 is equal to 1,443,065. 1,443,065 times 14.3 is equal to 20,635,829.5 / 1,443,065x. 14.3 plus 50 equals 92,789,079.5. Base energy 22,201. Energy Regen 111,005. Power level 1,443,065. Energy modifier 14.3. Scion Elite 0.2 plus a drastic loss 0.3 plus inner eye 0.2 plus earn Zenkai 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 0.2 plus limits released 10. Final power level 20,635,829.5. Final power level with Super Saiyan multiplier 92,789,079.5. Feats Scion Elite, a drastic loss, Inner Eye EX, Enhanced Zenkai, Energy Suppression EX, Energy Sense LVL 3. Oxygen? Who needs it? LVL 1. Oxygen? Who needs it? LVL 2, Strength of Conviction, Gamer's Mind V2, Lucky Shot, Second Wind, a chance for regrowth remaining feats 3. Perks, The Gamer, How Old Am I? Bonus feats, X3. Special abilities, Zenkai, healing from less than 30% HP adds 0.1 to your energy modifier. Scion Prowess, every battle lends to your strength. Every battle you participate in which you damage someone past 80% HP, adds 1 to your battle count. Inner Eye possesses the third eye, in the middle of the forehead. +1 to perception, -1 to charisma, +0.2 to energy modifier. Unlocks feat, Energy Sense LVL 2, Super Saiyan, adds +50 to your energy modifier while transformed.